got a vibe, y'all. We got a vibe. I can tell by your smile that you're in my tribe. We got a vibe.
All right, we're live here with the Only Good Vibes News Network. We're no longer on a radio station.
Wow.
We're right here live from the Fan Cave.
Yes, and this Fan Cave is brought to you by NOLA Motorsports Park
On the West Bank.
and Scandalous Chocolates.
Yeah, don't forget Frenchie Galleries as well.
Yeah, those
Over
are
there
our three
on Oak
major
Street.
sponsors who really believed in us a lot and made this all possible. This beautiful, luxurious studio.
We have Lisa Davids with us today from the
The
New Orleans
Lisa
Film
Davis,
Festival.
that is.
Welcome to the Fan Cave.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank
I'm
you so
excited
much
to
for
be
being
here.
It's awesome. I mean, we are excited about our new digs. We're excited about having you. We're excited about the Louisiana Film Festival. And we're going to get into that. But what we always start off with, Jay and I,
That's right.
we start off with some, just to get our vibes right and our energy right. And we clear the air with Palo Santos and Sage. What better thing to do? And then we pull these Zen cards. So the Zen cards are just these cards that actually have a word on one side and a little definition on the other side. It's just meant to help you just feel like, put you in a better mood, so to speak, and like kind of open up your mind to different things. And they all they randomly fit like a glove all the time. Like for me, I use it to start the day. I use it as like an armor before I go out in the daytime. So we always armor our guests in the show with Palo Santos and Sage. And we light it here, and then I'll pull these cards. I already pulled the cards. So
What do you have for us today, Whistle?
what do I have today is contentment. Yes. Contentment. Rejoice in whatever life gives you. Crave nothing else. Know that whatever you have been given is for your own highest good. That's pretty good. Like, see, that's being content with what you have, right? And next card is, I think everybody can get into this card. This card says happiness.
The ultimate Only Good
Happiness.
Vibes News Network
Yes.
card, happiness.
And happiness, as on the back, it says, happiness comes from within. If you choose to be happy, no one and no thing can ever take that happiness from you, Lisa.
It's true.
Jay. It is. Like you lock
agree.
it in.
I agree. Lisa, thank you so much for coming into the Fan Cave today.
I'm honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
And we're going to get started talking with you a little bit about your work with the New Orleans Film Festival. I know we have a very exciting lineup this year. It's coming up next week on October the 23rd. Is that the first day?
It is. That's opening night, and it's going to be amazing. We are swinging for the fences this year with the festival, and opening night is going to be Michelopolis, The Art of Celebration. It's a beautiful film about our beloved James Michelopolis and his rise to international fame, but also his love for New Orleans and the artist community and, the platform that he's helped to build for our city and the arts. So we're very, very excited about that.
Super cool.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And is Michelopolis going to be speaking there live as well?
So interesting you should say that. We typically have talkbacks, before or after. And James preferred not to go that route. So we said, okay, what if we present an award to you? Then you're going to have to come out.
That way you can talk.
So,
That's brilliant.
yes.
Yeah, that's really
So, and he's, of course, very well deserving. So he'll come out. Of course, he's so supportive and thrilled and honored. And it's been wonderful working with him and his team. So he will be there. We'll have lots of New Orleans, who's who. But then people just that are cinephiles and love film and fans. So, and then afterwards, everybody that's got an all access pass will be invited to his studio for the opening night party, which
Hey now.
I know.
And when is this date?
So that's Thursday, October 23rd. And
All right, write that down,
we've
kids.
got the red carpet, which, I mean, that's a really cool thing. You know, you don't always get to participate in that if you're not actually in the film or in Hollywood. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're super excited.
It sounds very exciting. Tell me a little bit about the history of the New Orleans Film Festival and maybe how you got involved.
Yes. So we have been around for 36 years. The organization started 36 years ago, and the festival has been right there, you know, during its inception. And it's been really, I think, a major connector to the film industry and the filmmakers, not just in our city, but throughout our state and the region. And really what happens every festival is a convening of the whole Southern region and beyond, of filmmakers, artists, you know, musicians. I mean, all those who participate in film, maybe from an industry standpoint, or just love it. And myself, I'm actually, I love film. I wouldn't necessarily put myself in the cinephile category.
That makes two of us.
You know,
Yeah, but you do love it.
I grew up in sports, you know, Who Dat Nation.
Yes.
But I love film. And what I've learned through my role at the New Orleans Film Society is how it can bring people together. And, you know, it can bring us together for joy. It can bring us together over a cause. It can bring us together, you know, over something that we're really excited and wanting to champion, or something that we don't know anything about. So it's been very, very eye-opening being with the New Orleans Film Society, and the festival is just, I think, a huge blessing for our city and beyond.
I have to second that. And I would like to ask Jamie, have you ever had a movie and or been a part of a movie? I know you've been on some famous, like, really, not that it's all our local stuff isn't famous, but because they have folks coming from everywhere. But have you ever had a film that was featured or was in the New Orleans Film Festival?
I haven't had an acting performance featured in the film festival. I have participated. One year I participated in the workshops for musicians in terms of syncing music. But then also one year they showed a film that had one of my songs featured in it as part of the soundtrack.
See, I was going to say that the film festival is exactly like, it's just another art form.
Yes.
Right? So when you were saying all the people, like musicians, like actors, artists, painters, I was thinking chefs, because everybody in front of the camera can have a movie.
You know, there are some people who argue that film is the ultimate art form because it combines all of the other art forms together into one piece of art. And you know, it takes the visual arts of photography, which evolved from painting, of course, and then the performance arts, which is theater, and then the you know, sound arts, music, because there's always a soundtrack. So all of those things have to really work together, each individual piece being a perfect sort of creation, and then also perfectly fitting with these other pieces to actually make a film that's believable, that you want to watch over and over and over again.
So true.
Some people argue that film is the ultimate art form.
It really is. I mean, writing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
writing as well. Yeah.
all of it. It encompasses.
Jamie, I mean, I couldn't have said it any better.
I agree.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking that connection, but you articulated it so well, as you normally do. One of the things that I think that the whole city should be excited about is that, you know, it's all those things in one, like a jambalaya. We get to come and have an artist like Michelopolis, who's, you know, a native New Orleans son.
Yes.
You know, like Drew Brees types, and like the artists capture everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like the film captures, and music. You know, people write songs about it. So, any film, I don't want to put anybody on a spot, but any film that you, and I know you haven't seen all of them yet, but I'm just saying any one of them that you like circle, put a little star, like
Maybe
really
looking
curious?
forward to seeing?
Yeah.
There's a lot that I am looking forward to seeing. And it's everything from, so we receive, this year it was 3,900 submissions.
Wow.
3,900. So it's,
How does one, I mean,
yeah,
so what was the final number?
it's a matrix.
They have teams of people who
it's
watch
teams.
these who watch
Correct.
these movies. My friend John Konovich was a viewer for you guys for a while, and
That's
he would
awesome.
get 5 films, and then he would write a little short synopsis of each film
Wow.
and give it a rating, and then send it back, and then based on that, they would decide what to watch in the next round. Yeah.
And it's rounds. And our artistic director, Clint Bowie, has been with us for 16 years. He's a wizard at all of this. And yes, we have paid programmers, but we have volunteer screeners. And our submissions usually goes live around the beginning of January. And then they start, the curation process. And where we are now, which is what makes it really exciting, once you finally get through all of the films and you think you sort of have them locked, then you've got to reach out to all of the filmmakers, see if you can then get the film. So it's a whole incredible process. And then I don't know, less than 2 months out, they're like, okay, y'all, here's the films. Go fundraise around them.
Wow. So how many did you guys pick
We
out
have
of that?
131 in competition. 131 in competition. And we are Oscar qualifying.
Really?
We're Oscar qualifying, which is a really big feather in our cap for sure. And that's very exciting. And then we have several more that we're calling like by invitation or special presentations, which are some of those like spotlight films. Like we just secured the 3rd one in the Knives Out series.
Oh, wow.
That's a big score.
Wait, they're showing that at I love that series. You're showing that at the film festival.
Yes. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
going to be closing night. And so we'll get some of these spotlight films, for some folks that, maybe don't know or aren't quite plugged into some of the independent cinema sort of world that, but the caveat there is we're going to get it before maybe somebody sees it in a theater. So sort of a thing.
Exclusive. I
So
love it.
it's an exclusive. Yeah. So like last year we had Conclave. Nobody had seen it yet. And then of course it went on to, all sorts of glory.
I thought this was going to be a really cool interview, but I mean, just in like 12 minutes, my mind's blown.
Come on.
I'm serious. I'm like, I'm serious. So
Come on.
that the fact that you went from 3,900, almost 4,000 films to 100 and something, like that must have been rigorous.
It's
I mean,
wild. I'm glad I don't have to do it. I mean, I really am.
And I feel bad for, the 2,900 people who didn't get selected.
Well, and that can get real hairy when you're in a city like New Orleans. They don't all come from New Orleans, of course, but we do seek to really prioritize our local filmmakers as much as we can, our state as much as we can. But it's, we, I think, have something like 122 countries represented within the film scope. So it's
Your
it's a real
statistics
deal.
are great. Before we started the show, you told me that you have 19 world premieres, 5 North American premieres, 5 U.S. premieres, and 29 Southern premieres right here in the city of New Orleans.
Yes,
Listen, folks,
yes.
do not sleep on this.
That's a good vibe right
It
there.
really is. It's an amazing vibe. That's kind of, I've got chills. That's what we're all about
Oh, I love
here. Like
that.
exploring and letting everybody know that during October 23rd to 27th, you got handfuls of people coming from different countries, all sorts of walks of life, coming to here, to New Orleans, to display all their hard work that they've made through. These films have fought through 3,000 other films to get here.
Right.
And we have them and it's showcasing them. And I feel like that's a really special thing for us.
It is, and we are the largest exhibitor of independent cinema in our state and really within the region. And Jamie, when you asked about what films do I sort of have circled, I mean, I have a few, and when the programmers start talking about different things that are bubbling up for them, it's I'm taking notes and paying close attention. But there's one, it's called Cowboy. And Cowboy is a film that was shot here in Louisiana by a local filmmaker, Nathan Grubbs. I believe he graduated from Holy Cross, I think.
Wow.
And it took him 18 years to finish this film.
Wow.
It finished 18 years.
That's a lot of.
I have a daughter that's 18.
Right. He's been making that
what?
Since she was born.
2007. What? So, and there's a lot of filmmakers who have that same story and documentaries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Thank you.
But
last year, Zach Manuel. I don't know if you know,
local guy, great photographer,
doing phenomenal things. He I don't think we didn't get the world premiere, but it was a premiere of Ghetto Children about Juvenile's son and a few others of our rappers, and he followed those guys around for 10 years.
So the famous children of
some of our local
Cash Money.
Yes.
Wow.
So I guess I kind of switched gears on us a little bit, but just to say the stories and the time that these filmmakers invest in their life, not to mention the dollars and just the sacrifice.
That has to be incredibly rewarding to those guys, to put up all that time, all that energy, all that footage. Your time is all our most important things. That we definitely understand that. That's why. So to put up years out of your life and then to jaunt through all these films and still have an opportunity to win, because not all of it is in like a competition, but some things are just like some documentaries. Maybe I think. Does the documentaries have a competition? So
we have a whole series of like awards that we give out, and it's a really beautiful ceremony on Sunday.
That'll be on your closing night?
That'll be on Sunday. Closing night's Monday.
Oh, closing night's Monday. So is Sunday that's the 25th?
So the Sunday is the 26th. So we start on Thursday, the 23rd. And then we run through Monday, the 27th.
So the grand opening is on the 24th.
23rd.
23rd.
Thursday.
Okay.
Yes.
Opening night. Right.
Yes. And the grand opening, that's what you're thinking of, the grand opening of the hub and the ribbon cutting. So we take over about 14 venues throughout the city. And, our theaters, range from, in the Contemporary Arts Center, we use their black box theater, but then we also build one out in the, which we call the Warehouse Theater. Mm-hmm. We're at both Britannia Uptown and Canal Broad Theater. And then we're expanding into the Jazz Museum.
Oh, wonderful.
That's part of our music and film that we're starting this year, which we're very excited about. Jonathan McHugh, you might know Jonathan.
Yeah, McHugh's my guy.
I love him. He's great.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's on our board.
Is he? Yeah, McHugh. Shout out to McHugh.
I will have to have him on the show.
Want to hear a funny story about McHugh?
Please, yes.
So, and you can ask him about this. Is hilarious. So, we were at, I guess it was some dead show or something like that. But this girl came up to McHugh and I told her that him and I look alike.
Come on.
And I'm telling you, we take these two pictures, and I think what happens is him and I both have the same type of mannerisms and smile. It's really the craziest thing in the world. But I took a side-by-side picture, and I was like, I kind of see what she's talking about. And it's the craziest thing. McHugh's white, if anybody who don't know McHugh. I'm not white, clearly. But our smiles, our mannerism. I saw him at the roast for Jelly. So she had at Tippertines, they had a roast for Angelica. What's her last name? Joseph. Angelica Jelly Joseph, for the lead singer for Galactic.
Yeah.
And then they had she went and played with the Soul Rebels at the Le Bon Temps.
Nice.
And McHugh was there. And so we have this inside joke about, yeah, man, my twins here. But,
oh my goodness.
You'll have to say you were on the podcast with his twin.
Oh, we'll be taking a selfie or two.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
But I didn't mean to interrupt, but that was just so funny because we love McHugh. And
he's great. He's great for the community. His passion behind music is unbelievable, and what he's doing not only on the music scene but then also with the next generation at Loyola is transformative. And Loyola's doing a lot of really good things. We do too, and we're actually partnering with them thanks to Jonathan, Camille DeBose. Both of them are on our board. We are starting on Monday with we've got an activation with the Cool Cooperative. We've got 12 schools coming, 300 students. We're filling up the theater, but we're also setting up these activations. There's going to be about 7 different activations that will showcase a person from the industry, with a camera, sound equipment. We'll have a podcast studio. Awesome. And then pair them with a culture bearer. And so now we're like integrating life stories. We're integrating New Orleans. We're integrating history with
sharing
the technology.
Is amazing.
Exactly. And, they're getting an idea or a thought or maybe a spark of a career path, and doesn't always have to be the director. There's so many, opportunities throughout the industry. And so we're very excited. So that's Cool Cooperative in the morning, but in the afternoon, we're starting All Colleges Day. And so that is for Loyola, Tulane, UNO, Dillard, Xavier. And we're really seeking to deepen our relationships throughout the community, but especially within our colleges and universities. And with the board connections with Tulane and Loyola, we're starting on their campuses first. But I was out here because I was actually at UNO meeting with Dr. Johnson to say, come on. And she's wonderful.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we're all connected. Y'all know that.
We really are.
Absolutely.
And I'm again, I can't, all the different folds, how this is positive and like way more positive than I haven't even dreamt of. I know we'd have some good stuff, and it's always a good time when people come in to do things in New Orleans, especially with film and things like that. But all the ways that you guys are really putting your fingers on the pulse of all angles of it, not just like, hey, we're going to come and shoot this one show. I got a question, like as far as the New Orleans Center, you guys don't have anything in there? Like
over at like Smoothie King or anything?
No, the theater. Like is it called New Orleans Center? Is it called right at the foot of right across from the casino?
Oh, are you thinking of the Sanger or the Fillmore?
No, this is like literally across from Caesars at the foot of Canal.
Oh, you mean yeah, that's Britannia owns that now. At Canal Place. Yes.
Canal Place. There you go.
Yes.
So Britannia has that?
Britannia owns that.
Wow.
And I mean that's a family legacy. We've got 2 independent theaters here in our city, and that's the Britannia, the Bernays. They have, really, I think it's over 100 years that they have been owned and operating, the independent theater, which
that is an
really
amazing
cool.
feat right there. Right? Just to keep a business going that long, let alone movies where it's very fickle. When you go through like a Blockbuster situation, you went through like Red Box, you went through all this different,
all of that,
and they're still there. They
are still there, and they're even they're even really doubling down. I haven't seen the progress recently, but as I understand, they are building out a much bigger theater on that floor that they're on.
Cool.
I think it's going to be like a 200 plus seater.
In the Canal Place.
Yeah, in Canal Place. And then Broad, I mean, they've done so much.
Oh, the Broad side.
And then the Broad side. It's amazing.
I saw my first Pete's film was the first time I saw the movies in Broadside. Yeah, it was very.
Isn't it great?
It was beautiful. Like, I love the seats, the way this. I mean, everything is really nice in there. It really
it's
is.
a whole vibe, and what they're doing with the Broadside, I think, is just something we all can be really proud of. Yeah,
absolutely. Could you tell me a little bit about this film, Love Ya Bum? I heard that's going to be featured out there. What's going on with that film? It's a real unique title. And what's that all about?
Yes. So Love Ya Bum. I mean, of course, Bum Phillips, Who Dat Nation knows. It's a documentary about Bum Phillips and his life and his beginnings with the Oilers and then coming to join us at the Saints. And I'm really glad you mentioned Love Ya Bum because it's one that I think really exemplifies our commitment to showcasing beloved stories and beloved figures in our community. During the festival, but then also we seek to really build activations around our films. So a big part about going to a film festival is that you don't just go, hit the concession stand, sit down, and leave. There's something fun about it. So with Love Ya Bum, for example, we invited a very special guest, to join us. He hasn't confirmed yet. I know he's got a busy calendar, but we love to have little delights and surprises. So, maybe there's an appearance by a super fan. We're still crossing our fingers.
I think I might know a super
We're still
fan.
crossing our fingers, but then we also reach out to our community groups, and so we seek to find, as many films as we have, we want that many or more community partners because, we believe in community. It's community over competition. It's, the whole thing. We rise together, and there's so much good work done by so many good people. And if we can use our platform to help elevate a nonprofit's work or somebody else's good work that they're doing because they can, again, connect over this film, then it's a win-win all the way around. So, we're reaching out to nonprofits that want to take part in our films and share a little bit about the work that they're doing. And we'll have the directors in. It's going to be a whole Q&A. It's going to be great.
I love those the words that you just used before: community over competition.
Yeah. And
we rise together. I love hearing certain things that just ring to me, and those things ring a lot because there is a lot of, and like the people who made it through the 3,000, they're feeling really like there's a competition, and they're like, you got that vibe, you made it through, you still have that energy, but it's competition. Community over competition. So you're all pulling together on the same sort of tug of war, the way I'd hear that. And that's, forget about the competition,
right.
But it is about the community that we're all bringing this to, and we're trying to help and explode and exhibit all of the films and exhibit all the things that we have to offer here in this city as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we couldn't do it without each other.
Right. Well, I mean, that's one of the things about film that is really unique in the art forms is that there are a lot of art forms that are individual art forms. The artist who's sitting in this studio, the musician who's sitting there practicing all the time. But you cannot make a film alone. I guess you theoretically could. I'm just not sure who would watch it.
Correct.
You need a community. Film,
that's true,
as an art is a community building experience.
It is.
It really is. And I feel like, as is your festival that you have coming up.
That's why I love festivals. I didn't see myself really taking a festival path. I was in private independent schools as a fundraiser for a long time and very passionate.
Thank you for that, because we need that as well.
Thank you.
Especially
Thank
here.
you. It was so joyful being on campuses, but COVID changed a lot for a lot of people. And for me, it was illuminating in that what I missed the most was what I love the most. And it was our community, our culture, and being closer to the arts. And when, we got on the other side, I picked up a gig at with the French Quarter Fest, actually, as their volunteer coordinator, and thought, festivals feel really good. They feel really good, and they give you, quite a bit of adrenaline, especially, as you're running face first into it.
I
now
bet
that we're in the
serotonin and
month.
dopamine too, because you're like laughing all
of
day, and then
it.
you're like overwhelmed with some things, or you get a new person to come on that you guys didn't think you're gonna get, and like you're gonna go and hang out with Michelopolis. You got like just tons of positive things going on with the films. I swear. I love the fact that you were able to make it here, and we can dig deeper into this, and some of our listeners can like really get excited and get ready to come down and support in more ways than one. So you have a lot of sponsors here, like so many sponsors. How can somebody become a sponsor if they wanted to?
Call me up.
Yeah, hit her
Call
up.
me,
You
call
heard
me,
it.
call me.
Call Lisa Davids over at the New Orleans Film Festival.
Do you have an
Yes,
email
yes,
address or something you want to give them?
Lisa at NewOrleansFilmSociety.org. Yes. And to that point, we are building relationships. We're not looking for a one and done. We want to grow. We want to thrive. We want to, reach the stars together.
What is sort of the trajectory of the New Orleans Film Festival? Where are you guys looking to go?
We are 100% swinging for the fences and looking to be the destination film festival in the United States
I love it. Bigger
and
than
beyond.
Sundance.
We're coming for you, Cindy.
I like that. You're getting some real good energy. I want to put that out there. That's good
We
stuff.
have a lot better infrastructure here in New Orleans than
We
than
sure
they
do.
at Sundance
We sure do.
for showing films and entertaining people.
We're the total package. And,
Well, I think you're a great spokesperson for it. I don't know that's not probably your job, but as a spokesperson, but just to represent some of the things articulately the way that you are, it's making me really like get more excited by the minute, the more things I find out about it, from like just the what do you call it? Like the breakouts. It's not a breakout, but it's
the conferences?
no.
Or the
once you
talkbacks?
yeah, those
Awesome.
like
Oh, yeah.
it's like you're getting to interact too.
Absolutely.
And that's a big thing, because you're like, how did you feel? I want to ask the person, how did it take 18 years? Like, what went through your mind? And like, pick that person because you had to have some ups and downs.
Big
and some,
time.
Yeah.
Like for 18 years, I mean, how many times did you say, I don't know if this is going to make it?
Oh, my God.
Or-
Right? Right?
And then you fought through, and then to get through 3,000 people. I mean, that's amazing energy. That you follow these stories. Those are stories in themselves.
They are. And that's what I think another piece that gets me so excited. I love the stories behind the stories. I love the stories on the film. On the screen rather, but I did want to mention that we've got a conference. We have a whole conference that is running parallel to the festival that is free. It's a free filmmaker conference.
Whoa.
And when you mention the sponsors, I mean, definitely I want to say shout out to all of our sponsors, especially our new presenting sponsor, first ever three-year presenting sponsor that we've got, Anscape, and we're very proud of that. But also, can't thank Film New Orleans and the city and NOTCF and the Hellas Foundation. The Hellas Foundation underwrites our First Ticket on Us campaign. First ticket.
Wow.
You can get your first ticket for free. And so that's thanks to the Hellas Foundation. NOTCF, that the filmmaker conference, they helped to underwrite that. So it takes a lot, to be able to pull it off. And the support is critical. We're a small team. Like a lot of folks, we expand the closer we get to the festival. But, it's an honor to be entrusted by such, esteemed
I'm looking
partners.
at this thing. It is, just chock full of big names from Toulouse Theater. Like we're talking music, it's the Civic,
NBC Universal, that's a big name.
Exactly.
I know.
Liberty
I
Bank,
know. We're so excited about Liberty. Liberty's a new partner. They're going to be they're our new banking partner.
Excellent.
We're very excited about that. But I'll mention
Contemporary Art Center.
Yes, that's where our hub is, and it's beautiful. I can't wait for y'all to come by and see it. But it's magnificent, and we've got not only films, not only conferences, receptions, but we have the best parties.
There you go.
Okay.
I think we like that.
We have the best parties.
You kidding me? New Orleans know how to have a party?
So
It seems so odd.
that's the thing. Exactly.
That's
So
awesome.
when you get your all access pass, and that's also, I want to tell your listeners, we start putting all access passes on sale months before the festival comes out. Okay, now you don't necessarily know what films are going to be in it, but that's okay. You just trust us, right? And you're going to get a great deal. And that pass is going to get you into everything. And that includes the parties that we don't sell tickets to. We've got a Saturday night party. When you mentioned Toulouse Theater, we're going to have LSD Clown System there.
What?
It's going to be at Toulouse Theater. It's going to be a total vibe. They're selling out the Joy now. And so we really...
Did you go to the surprise show they had the other night at Vaughn's?
Oh, what?
Yeah, they had a surprise show at Vaughn's.
Come
A friend of mine told me about it. He
on.
lives right down there. He's like, they had LSD Clown System.
Oh,
the other night.
wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
They must be
Yeah.
on their way. And
Yes,
they're, like, making us,
indeed.
that's something. That's what I love about New Orleans, right? Like all sorts of things that just go popping off, especially when a lot of people come in town. Not as many people coming from across the country and all over the world.
Right.
But if that's coming, that people are going to be here. And, like I always often tell people, they're like, man, I can't believe all these people were in the dome for the Saints game, right? And I'm like, if you were a team and you didn't live in New Orleans and you want to go and play New Orleans Saints, and you know that you're going to have a good time in New Orleans, you would always circle that on this, like, we play in New Orleans this year. And if your team's really good, you're like, we got to go
Definitely
and beat
wanna
their
go,
ass
right?
and go there and have a
Amen.
blast and have fun, right? And so I think with them, like, everyone who's coming to this is a winner. I want to say that to all the people who made it, the 100 films that made it. You guys, you have already won by being
150 plus films.
right. I made it through 3,000.
Made it through 3,000.
They're
Almost
winners.
4,
They're
y'all.
winners, yeah.
3,900.
Really, that's not an easy time. And so, can I ask this? How many times can you? So, like, if someone was to do a film and it didn't make it, and this 100, can they come back next year with the same film, or does it have to be a different film?
It's
1 entry, 2 entry. Is it a 1 entry?
It's an interesting question, though,
yeah.
because it would depend. If they recut the film, they could resubmit it. But if they were just submitting the same film that they submitted last year, it wouldn't be allowed.
Okay. Well, but an actor would know that.
Yes. yes.
So, but that's good. I mean, that makes it even more difficult.
It is.
By just sitting there going, oh, well, we've seen this one a bunch, and I really almost liked it last year, so let's push it in this year. That can't happen.
No, that's not going to happen.
No, but what sometimes happens, I'm not sure if it does in your festival, but in some festivals, they'll see a project that has like real potential, and they'll get a cut of it, and they'll say, look, recut this film because we want to show it. But it's just not ready yet. Like, you have to fix the soundtrack's not matching up. You have to fix it has some weird cuts and some footage that doesn't look like it was licensed right. So fix it and we'll show it. Like that type of thing happens.
And that's part of the class too. I'm sure like class that you guys are having.
The conference,
People can go in and give you some.
yes, you can get. We have everything from. I mean, we have Ben Zeitlin, from Beasts of the Southern Wild, giving a workshop on how to train non-actors. We've got.
Like
You should go talk to Ben.
Yeah, come on.
That's what I'm saying. I was thinking, what about our show? We could get some pointers from that.
We could use some.
what I
We
mean?
are in the film business now.
We
as you
are.
can see,
Absolutely.
We are,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
And then there's so many, and this, I mean, we're such a social town, but this industry, of course, I mean, it's all about networking. And I think that's the other piece that we're really proud of, is that we make it accessible. And that's just really a big part of our mission.
I think that's a lot. How much is the all access pass if someone wants to get one?
Okay, so if you don't get the discount right now, they're on sale for $350.
Oh, that seems like a deal. I mean, 100 something. You divide that by, and I'm just gonna go watch all of them. But I mean, if you look at 30 of them, there's $1.
For sure.
I mean, not $1.
I mean, when I go to the theater and bring my children, I'm easily spending $100.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But not only that, I mean, you're looking at not much of an investment for 4 solid days of entertainment.
Right.
I mean, like if you've got the all access pass, you got like you could come to New Orleans, pay for a hotel room in that pass, and go.
We've got you covered.
They're done.
And
they have hors d'oeuvres at the parties if you don't want to get
yes.
dinner.
Just going to like one of the events after, like the Michelopolis thing, can be worth that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean that.
It's
especially
true.
if someone's a big fan of Michelopolis. I mean, he's been around for a long time. He has some really huge fans,
and he's really talented.
Yes, exactly. And then to be in his studio, and they've got a few surprises, so
That's
we're really
awesome.
excited.
Wow,
about
300.
that.
You said 350, right?
$350, yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds
a
like
deal.
an amazing deal.
And I think we start at 150 when when we do like our pre-sale
Your
or
early bird
Yeah,
special
early
or
bird.
something,
Thank you. Yes.
That is amazing. I mean, I feel like we have so much stuff already, and I just took a glance, and I'm like, man, I really wasn't looking deep enough. I was thinking, I mean, I'm really excited. I really do feel like this is like a well-kept, not secret, because people know about it, but it's just like not a sleeper either, because Frenchie, we have a really good friend who is a film producer, Andy Scott, and
he was in the film.
He was in the film festival twice. He actually did a film for Frenchie, King of Oak,
Nice.
And then yours truly was featured in one of his films in the New Orleans Film Festival, and it was called Banjo and Whistle. I think. If you see that poster right there,
yeah, we've got a little playbill over there.
Love
that was it.
Come
and that film
look at you.
won Best Film in the New Orleans Film Festival. And so did
Excellent.
and so did Frenchie's.
What year was that?
Oh gosh, you got to look at that poster.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I go to Jamaica.
So you have
much.
you have a real connection to the New Orleans Film Festival already.
Yes, besides lovely Lisa.
Besides
yes.
Honoree.
Yes.
Lisa, it's been great having you in today. We're almost out of time here. We're just wondering, is there anything else you'd like to leave our listeners with about the film festival coming up next week, or something that they should definitely not miss?
Thank you. I've really enjoyed being here. And I think, if I had any message to share with anybody, it's that there's a place for everybody at the film festival. And
Great things.
right? I mean, and there's so much content. There's so many stories. And so, if you're looking for something that you know nothing about, you'll find it. If you're looking for something to go with a friend and just escape for a little while, you'll find it.
That's beautiful. One of the things I wanted to ask is, how does one enter a film? Say like you want to enter it. How do you enter?
So go to our website. I mean, it's all really there. We do everything we can to make it accessible to filmmakers. It's New Orleans Film Society.org. And you'll find our tab that has all the details for filmmakers.
There you go, guys.
Yeah, and I do want to mention on that last note that we, in addition to exhibiting film, we have a very robust filmmaker programs, and including South Pitch, which if anybody comes out on Friday and Saturday, people will be pitching their films to, very, esteemed jury of filmmaker and film industry professionals.
So in other words, like you'll be able to get in front of a bunch of people that you probably won't be able to get in front of all the time.
Correct.
Not only that, this is a real unique opportunity for people who live maybe part of their life online and kind of looking at the work of other people to have experiences in real life with the people who are doing content creation and movie creation at the highest level.
Yes.
And that in real life experience is so much more important than something like watching a TED Talk, because you get to meet these people. You get to get the feeling in the room with them. You get to get this vibe, if you will, from them. And you'll be surprised what kind of connections you can pick up and what kind of knowledge you can pick up at an event like this.
Agreed. Thank you.
Amazing. And look, I mean, time just, I even think we have like 15 more minutes, but time really just flies when you're having fun.
Aww,
especially when
y'all are
like
so
digging
sweet.
into all of this stuff. Because I feel like we kind of halfway scraped the surface. I don't feel like we scraped it the whole way, but I feel like if there's something else that you want to say as far as like when people should show up or what time it starts and when it ends for the days, like, because say it's every day is going to start around what time?
Well, I mentioned those parties, so we don't like to start
that's
too
good.
early. We don't like to start
On my
too
business
early.
card, it says no calls before noon. Please.
Yeah. Programming generally starts around 11
Okay.
or noon, and then we run, until the parties, till we close it up around 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's 4 days of that.
Yeah, it's
Are
4
you
to
working
5.
out? Are you getting ready?
Well,
Or-
it's funny you say
Training?
that, because absolutely, just in thinking about how to just stay well hydrated,
Yes,
eating,
yes.
right, and all of those things. It sounds silly, but it's
No,
going to
it's
be
not.
intense.
Being a
It's
New
going to be
Orleanian,
intense.
You have to practice for going out, especially doing Jazz Fest or a Mardi Gras. So this is like a Jazz Fest or a Mardi Gras kind of workout for you. Like,
And that's where we're really going with this. When we talk about it being in the fall for, film enthusiasts and cinephiles for the industry, we want to really be carving out October in the rhythm and rituals of our city. We want to start seeing those New Orleans Film Festival flags high and proudly, flying proudly from people's
One of
homes.
the-
that.
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
things about October is the weather's really
Absolutely.
good. And there's always folks. I mean, like I found like a lot of people come here for Halloween.
Yes.
It's the craziest thing. Like if you ever go to the French Quarter, it's the first time I've seen the French Quarter like consistently. When you walk, we travel in packs, so most people are on one side of the French Quarter. But like seems like during a Halloween in October, both sides of the street during the French Quarter are always packed. It's like something I took notice of, because I was just like, something felt weird. And I was like, wait a minute, both sides are just filled with people walking. Because if you go to typically, it's like most people are on one side because it's not that packed. But when it's really packed, and it's because it's the weather, it's because it's Halloween. People love Halloween. Like,
Yes.
Halloween I always thought was a kid sport, right? Kids kind of thing. But in New Orleans, we make everything from kids' birthdays to all these things that normally what kids would do to like adults.
Yes.
And I mean, it almost gives the vibe of after Mardi Gras, a Mardi Gras night energy in the dome, like in Mardi Gras night is like everybody's like waited for the culmination of Mardi Gras, and now it's the end and the last Mohicans are there.
I made it one time on Mardi Gras night
Oh, down
to
the Frenchman?
see the mayor come, on the horses.
Oh, you mean like getting kicked off the street on Bourbon?
Yeah. And that was a really eerie sort of moment.
It's like it doesn't register. It doesn't register to us New Orleanians. Like what do you mean? We're open to.
And I do remember, getting kind of persnickety, but certainly not going to cause an issue. Yes, I'll go inside, not a problem.
That's awesome, man. So I mean, here at the Only Good Vibes News Network, what we always want to get people to kind of focus in or zoom in on is beautiful things happening around the country, around the world, but in your own backyard.
Love it.
Because with the news and things like that, it's always overwhelming with like things that we could consider half empty, so to speak. Mm-hmm. People doing crimes and people doing things. But what Jamie and I do, we bring all the things that people are doing positive in the world today to life. And we did that. We were fortunate to do it with WGSO. Thanks for those guys, the 43 shows. We're starting off here at the Fan Cave and having you here. And this is nothing but a good vibe almost on every turn that you take. From learning, from teaching people how to do film, to having people who already have film, to be able to talk to people and kind of guide them in such a way to people who love movies, people who watch movies, people who want to be a part of it, all of it. Now, so do you have people like, so the film, so like there's grips and there's all sorts of different jobs in the movies. Mm-hmm. Do you guys focus in on some of those things too?
We do. I mean, throughout the conference, we have workshops that are hands-on, whether it's, talking about our working around film or equipment. It's above the line and a lot of below the line as well, for sure. And I mean, IATSE is a big part of the festival, and everybody knows we have the best crews here. Everybody knows.
Wow, of course.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. So, I guess we've said it all and we've heard it all. And once again, you can go to NewOrleansFilmSociety.org. You can get those all access passes. And Lisa, want to give them your email address again, just in case they want to get their sponsorship up?
Yes, it's Lisa at NewOrleansFilmSociety.org.
What's your favorite party? I'm going to put you on the spot. Like if somebody can say, I'm going to make one party.
Come on. I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Lisa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you guys. This is awesome.
Thank you for all the good vibes you bring to our city with your work with the New Orleans Film Festival.
Oh, thank you. Right back at you.
And we want to remind you,
the world is full of good people.
If you don't see one, be one.
Yes. And not only that, we want to also say thank you to our sponsors, NOLA Motorsports, to Scandalous Chocolates, and Frenchy Live and Trinas, all for making this possible. Without these guys, we wouldn't be able to do it. I want to say thank you to my host, my co-host, Jamie, and to our lovely guest, Lisa. And look, guys, I got to say this, big six things that we talk about. The big six things that we always talk about is the first three is have empathy, humility, and compassion. 1, 2, 3, in that order. For yourself first, because without that, you can't give anybody else for those things. And the last three is always help people. And then the fifth one is always try to be better. Because we're going to mess up. We're going to make, mistake. I mean, I get email or whatever. And maybe you're just not perfect. You know anybody perfect, Jay?
I don't know any perfect.
Do you know anybody perfect?
I do not.
So number 5, give yourself, try to be better, but always give yourself a break. And lastly, but not least, leave the world better than you found it. We can do that lots of ways, but film festivals doing it in a lot of ways by, getting people to meet people who haven't met each other earlier and having a good experience.
Yes.
And that's really leaving the world better than you found it.
Oh, thank you.
So Lisa, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, you guys. All right.
But we got a vibe, y'all. We got a vibe. I can tell by your smile that you're in my tribe. We got a vibe.